Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The offense lining up for a first down play. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little strike down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And he found a slot, found a little hole in the middle of the field. Nice job attacking it.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And that is a tough assignment for a defense to cover a back man-to-man who can get downfield like that.
Especially when he can run routes the way he does, Reese. I'm really impressed watching this running back with how he's able to cut and how he doesn't telegraph where he's going. He is a weapon catching the ball out of the backfield.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Now from inside the red zone. Quarterback extends the play. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State! The best way I can think of to describe this cat, he's like a human get-out-of-jail-free card. He'll make it work no matter the circumstance.
And so as a defense, Reese, I mean, you've got to be aware of what this guy is doing at all times. I mean, if he's not just staying in the pocket and he takes off, you've got to have bodies flying to the football and stop worrying about these wide receivers because this guy is dangerous with his legs.
On first down, here comes this offense. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Quick strike complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Throws for the tight end. Rolls it in. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Looking for room, it's Etienne. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line, guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Looking to move it through the air. With the catch, it's Lovett.
What we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Looking for a man. It's Beck. Gets it out fast. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
He's looking to throw. And the senior would love to have that one back. Just a little too much on the pass.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Couldn't pick it up on second down. Now they need a couple on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Etienne. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Penn State 7, Georgia 0.
The Bulldogs will go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on fourth down, and they'll get it back.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Firing to the right, complete. He is not afraid to use that stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Looking to throw, it's Allard. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, they picked up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Just couldn't get away from the tackle. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Line getting set on second down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll run play action. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. A strike downfield. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
On second down, they'll take to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Scanning the field, it's Allard. A little screen to the running back. On the move is the 30. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Hey, man, offensively, you just got to know when the play is over, and you got to live to play the next down. That was not a good decision there by the ball carrier. He had a chance to just go down when that play was over. Instead, he tries to do something too heroic, and the offense escapes being passive.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They're not afraid to let one fly from back here. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Georgia sends out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the offense on first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? After the incompletion, looking at second down. Looking to pass. It's Allard. They've got the screen set up. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play. The offense set for a first down play. He's going to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Lovett. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. To the air on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
They go to the ground. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The give to the back. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
They get him down after he makes the catch.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Give to the single back. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. Once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Dropping back, it's Beck. Got the quick pass. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, box more guys to the run, then you open it up for the passing game.
On the ground, it's Etienne. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
And as a defense, you're going to give up plays, and receivers are going to make nice catches. It's your job to limit the damage. Great job by the defense. As soon as he catches the football, they get him on the ground. Don't allow any of those big plays after the catch.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Just feeds the running back. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, explosion.
And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Throws to the back. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough with the RB on that one.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that fourth down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy's not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
Oh, man, the big fellas, they usually have the soft hands. Your security blanket is your tight end, but that one hit him in the hands, and he just couldn't pull it in.
Back to pass, it's Aller. Unloads to the wideout. Snags it. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And what a nice ball. You can see he sees him running the corner route, lays it out in front, catches the ball, and nice job catching the ball, and then doing what? Getting upfield, not running out of bounds, not getting pushed out, not getting tackled. Nice job after the catch, getting vertical, getting to the end zone.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Give to the back. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's dealt. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Got room at the 35. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Back to pass, it's back. He's moving out of the pocket. He's got his man. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on him, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll give it on the counter. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, going up top. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. On the run, it's Singleton. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Not exactly a ton of points in this one. They just couldn't overcome the offensive struggles and Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Offense getting set for 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Got it in the middle. It's Lovett. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find them.
Oh, they knock it free. Oh, and he's able to get it back and saves himself a rear end chewing.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
To the air, it's Beck. Fires to the right. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the catch past the sticks. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
On fourth down, they'll run it, looking for the first. He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down.
How about that call? You're right around midfield, fourth down on your opening drive, so you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. They'll go to the ground. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. The Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Etienne. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Keep it on the ground. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Looking to throw, it's back. Quick completion on the out. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage is going to be.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. From the gun on third down. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football. And they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Big first down sack for the defense brings up second down. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Going downfield for the big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a little closer
The offense clearly saying we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive, and I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He'll take the deep shot. And that pass is intercepted. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Cornerbacks have tough jobs. They got to be fast, obviously. They got to react to all the speed in front of them, all the shifts, all the motions, all the formations. But when you play zone, you got to make sure you get deep to shout. I can't get beat deep first. The quarterback does a good job bailing, playing that cover 3 technique, then breaking on the football, then going and making a big play.
On second down, will they go back to the ground game? The give to the tailback. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
It's first down from the 37-yard line. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They're going back to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Got his man quickly. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. On first and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Handoff to the lone back. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
On the ground, it's Etienne. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Georgia heads to the line with a first and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll run it to the left looking for the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia! Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting the touchdown.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Only 7 seconds remaining in the first half. Let's see how they play it here on first and 10. Dropping back, it's Milrose. trying to get to him. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And back to the air on second down. Gonna let it fly. Makes the grab on the left side. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes that Alabama offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime, you riled yourselves up, and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense. And you saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Pollock, who really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to two guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And you got to wonder if this offense is going to go for it here. They're trailing now by a lot. I know there's a lot of football still to go, and I know they're on their own end of the field, but just kind of get the feeling their defense hasn't gotten a ton of stops.
Oh, he wants it all. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Yeah, defensively, this